Here's everything you need to know about the Ascendant in traditional astrology. And make sure that you stick around until the end of this video, where I'll be sharing with you more tools and resources for how you can master the houses within your natal chart. The specific name for the Ascendant is the Horoscope because it serves as the hour marker that represents the exact moment that we were born based on what portion of the zodiac was rising on the eastern horizon. It's also called the helm because it represents a point of fundamental guidance as well as primary motivation for all of us within this lifetime. In Vedic astrology, the Ascendant is known as the Lagan or the Lagna, meaning that which ties the soul down. The Ascendant represents the quantum of energy that each and every one of us has within this lifetime that serves to infuse and to give power and energy to the other 11 houses within our natal charts. The Ascendant represents our physical body, our primary motivation within this lifetime, as well as how we interact with the world at large. It's our behavior, it's our approach to life, and as far as personality is concerned, from a traditional astrological perspective, our Ascendant is where we go to find that as well. The first house is an angular house, which means that all the planets that are in the first house have 100% power to show their stuff. In Uranian astrology, the Ascendant is known as the environment because from an astronomical perspective, the Ascendant represents the exact location where our local horizon intersects with the apparent path of the sun known as the ecliptic on the eastern horizon. Therefore, the Ascendant has everything to do with our location within the world. So while on the one hand, we can say that the Ascendant represents our persona, what I teach my students at Oraculos is that the Ascendant specifically represents the type of persona that we have had to adapt to and that we've had to grow within ourselves as a result of interacting with the world around us through our immediate environment. While planets in the Ascendant directly impact our personality and our approach to life in general, they also impact the sort of early childhood environment we may have been born into. The first house is also the terrestrial house of joy of Mercury. And traditional astrology has said for thousands of years that the person who has Mercury in their first house is a person who will excel at oratory and all things having to do with public speaking. If we take our Chaldean order of Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon, and we apply our Chaldean order to the 12 houses of our natal horoscopes, we'll find that Saturn corresponds with the first house. The reasons why the ancients thought that Saturn corresponded with the first house is because Saturn has to do with gravity, time, and the material world. And there's nothing more material and time-bound that any of us own than our physical bodies. Therefore, the ancients tell us that Saturn is corresponding with the first house because the burden of being thrusted into a physical body is the very first thing that each and every one of us had to experience upon being incarnated in this lifetime. Therefore, things that impact our Ascendant, and more specifically, that impact the ruler of our Ascendant, are also things that are impacting our physical bodies as well from a medical astrology perspective. From a medical astrology perspective, the Ascendant is also representing the face, because our Ascendant is representing how we interface with the world around us within this lifetime. To receive a free sample chapter of my book, Mastering Traditional Astrology, set to be published in spring 2023, sign up for my newsletter down below where you'll also gain access to other giveaways as well as free lectures from my private masterclass series. If you loved learning about the Ascendant, you're definitely going to love learning about the second house by clicking this link here.